Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. So Jack Catterall suffered his second official professional loss over the weekend to Arnold Barboza. I say second official loss because a lot of people think that he should have got the win over Josh Taylor in their first fight back in 2022. Anyway, the Arnold Barboza fight was for the WBO interim World Super Lightweight title, which was vacant. Jack Catterall coming in was a favorite. It was pretty much a hometown fight for him. He's from Chorley, which is, I don't think that's actually part of Greater Manchester, but it's not too far from Manchester. Let's just put it that way. So Catterall had most of the advantages outside the ring going into this fight, but in the ring, not so much. One of the things that I noticed early on is that Barboza's height and reach was giving Catterall problems, because normally Catterall is used to fighting people around his own height with a similar reach, but Barboza had longer arms, it certainly appeared that way, was taller and was using it to good effect. He was using his jab and he was kind of beating Catterall at his own game at times in there, counter-punching the counter-puncher. And that forced Catterall to actually be more aggressive than he's used to, more aggressive than he likes to be, because Catterall much prefers when you come at him. He doesn't like having to create offense. He likes to feed off your offense. So Barboza successfully took him out of his comfort zone with what he was doing. And the fight was a chess match for the most part. There were some good shots landed by both guys, but there were also long periods of feinting and maneuvering and jostling for position rather than throwing shots. It was a nip and tuck affair. Truth be told, I think it could have gone either way. I'm certainly not complaining, though, with an Arnold Barboza victory. At the end of the day, it was a split decision. All the judges had it 115-113. It's just that two of them had that score for Barboza and only one of them for Catterall. I think the scorecards were an accurate reflection of what took place in the ring. So no complaints on the judges for this one. Jack Catterall has pretty much been the superior boxer to every other opponent he's fought in his whole career. But here against Barboza, he kind of met his match. And that can be a jarring thing for a fighter who's used to outboxing everybody, to come up against a guy who he can't outbox. It can be a surprise to them. And I think Jack Catterall was a little bit surprised. And as I say, he had to adjust on the fly and start to do things that he doesn't normally do, that he doesn't like doing. Coming forward, pressing the action, being the aggressor. Not that he did that a lot in this fight, but he did do it in spots because he felt like he had to. Because Barboza was catching him, so he had to get it back. But he didn't actually do it enough. I think if they were to have a rematch in the future, Catterall should, in my view, and perhaps would, train to be more aggressive. Because Catterall's actually quite impressive when he's coming forward letting his shots go. I mean, he's no Mike Tyson, but you know, as slick back foot southpaws go, he looks pretty good when he comes forward and lets his hands go. Not that he would want to fight Barboza on the front foot the whole night, but again, in spots, if he were to have a rematch, train and do a whole camp of being more aggressive, raiding tactics, letting the shots go when you get in range, channel a little bit of Manny Pacquiao rather than Willie Pep. The fight was close enough that, in my mind, Catterall would be capable of winning a rematch. Whether he'll get that opportunity or not remains to be seen. If he doesn't, then as the pundit said after the fight, there's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't put Catterall straight in there against one of the other top guys, 140 pounds. He didn't get beaten up. He didn't get totally outclassed or anything like that. He didn't take a load of punishment. Didn't get dropped in a fight. And there was a contentious incident against Barboza where Barboza went down and some people think it should have been called a knockdown. But Catterall never got knocked down. So yeah, he can go straight in against one of the big names. No problem whatsoever. Not for a world title because he is coming off the back of a loss. He's going to need to get back in there against the contender. As I say, top contender. If he gets the W, world title after that. In fact, he's probably going to need to maneuver himself into a mandatory position because Catterall is the type of guy that champions don't normally fight voluntarily. For the most part, he's a negative southpaw, slick, difficult to hit clean. So get himself into a mandatory position, which shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 fights. You know, he'll have to fight some tough guys to get into that position probably, and then get that title shot. Those are my thoughts. Give me yours in the comment section below. Did you agree with this decision? How did you think Catterall looked? And what do you think his prospects are for the future? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.